hit it. Microphone check. Baby, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
you are now rocking with the best.
It's not some
Baby. One time.
still shining.
Respect my swag.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
and this is
Another episode.
a swingers
After dark. What time is it? It's time to get live.
and this is your host. Not some baby.
Let's go, champ.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, Not Son, baby. And this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. And I'm with. She don't want to be called Dura. No. When you see her name on fake book, The Matrix, and the Meta World, it's Dura, and you might say Dura. But when I saw it, I'm smart. You feel me? I'm smart. I'm intelligent, and sometimes words are not supposed to be pronounced as they appear. So I did a little bit of test. And instead of saying Dura, I said Dura. And she was like, "How did you know how to pronounce my name?" I'm like, "Baby girl, I'm one of a kind. How shall you ask me that type of question? You better know my pedigree." Anywho, enough about that. So how you doing, Miss Lady?
I am doing good. I'm good.
You delicious, right?
And you know it.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, me and DeRay, we've been knowing each other for a couple of years. Wait, not a couple, a few years.
A few years. Mm-hmm.
And I had to cuss her out. You know what I'm saying? I had to get on her case. Yes, I'm putting this on blast. I am putting this on blast because you hurt my feelings, and all my listeners shall know that you hurt their feelers podcaster feelings. I was in pain. Ladies and gentlemen, DeRay did not, when I wanted her to do the interview last year, she said she did not want to do it because she's private. But I like months later, I saw her promoting an episode of a podcast that she was going to appear. So I hit the roof. My head was flipping, doing somersaults, jumping jacks, backflip, all that. And I was mad. I was perturbed that she had the audacity to agree to go on somebody else's show before mine. And when I asked her to go on my show, I'm private. She was like, "I'm private." Podcast. Listen, baby girl, this is not a podcast. This is an experience. You feel me? And I didn't want you to lose out on that experience. So I was hurt. I was low-key hurt. If you were some other chick, I wouldn't have cared. But it's DeRay. I thought we was better than that, DeRay. What happened? You owe my fans, not my fans. I don't consider y'all, I hate fans because fans is short for fanatics, and I don't have no fucking fanatics on my podcast. This is not a fanboy channel or a fangirl channel. We're associates. We're a community. We're a family. But anyway, tell the fam why you reneged, or not even reneged, why you didn't want to come on my podcast and then you changed your mind to go on somebody else's podcast.
Well, let me explain myself in reference to that. I am private, but times have changed, and I felt that I needed to speak to the people about my lifestyle experience. And I was going on your podcast. I had already let the other people know that I have to do Wavy first, because he's been asking me for a couple years. And before I have to, I do apologize that I posted the flyer for the other podcast before I got with you, but I was coming on your podcast first.
Ladies and gentlemen, people know me as Wavy in the LS, in the lifestyle community. And also, I want to talk to my fellas right quick. This situation is a metaphor of how women in a lifestyle, you may come across women at swing parties, at LS parties, and they may tell you, like, if you approach them and you want to get it in, they may tell you, oh, I don't play at parties. I'm just here to watch. I'm just here to voyeur. Then the next thing you know, you seeing her getting like some dude fucking the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? He's like annihilating the pussy in the playroom. And you're like, damn, like Shorty just told me that she doesn't play at parties, but she does. So let this serve as a reminder that A, just because a woman says that she doesn't play at parties, that doesn't mean that she never will. Pardon the double negative in that sentence. 2, it's all about the feeling, the mood. Just because she doesn't feel it then, that doesn't mean that she's gonna feel it later. And 3, women are whimsical as fuck. You know, they go by the emotions. Like 1 minute they may not be down with something, and then the next they may change their minds. So you may get a chance. Like just because a chick doesn't want to play with you at that party, at that particular day, that doesn't mean that she's not gonna play with you later on. Speaking of parties, Dura, tell the people the name of your lifestyle group and where you're based.
Well, my lifestyle group is ECE. ECE is short for Exclusive Club Extasy and Events and Travels. And I am based out of Columbus, Ohio.
She's a Buckeye.
Yes,
She's
true.
from Buckeye State. and she, wait, I got to bring it back. I first saw Dura at Freak Fest, and she curved me then. Because I saw this woman. Well, she saw me, like I was walking through the damn dance floor, and I feel some hands behind me, and I look back, it's Dura, and I didn't see her for the rest of the night. I was looking for you. I was looking through the whole ballroom for your ass. I'm like, well, Dura, because I want to get it in. I want to hit them draws. I want to hit them skins. I wanted to smell her panties and then some. But I did not see her. Why? You got to tell the public why I didn't see you for the rest of the night.
Because I end up having just a little bit too much to drink and I passed out.
She was too lit. She was turned.
Too lit.
See, you should have came in my room. See, you would have stayed with me, and I would have been your detox.
I wouldn't have been able to wake up. I was gone.
I take that back because I do not deal with drunk females.
Drunk females, exactly.
I tried to be nice, but hey, you kept it real. I respect that. I don't deal with drunk women. I need you to be coherent, goddammit. So yes, it was good that you did not see me for the rest of the night. And you know, I do not deal with chicks who are intoxicated, who don't know whether they're coming or going. So
that's right.
But I like, see, one thing I like about you, you know how to dress. You know how to put yourself together. You know.
Well, thank you. I try.
Yeah. So how did you get your inspiration for your style of fashion?
It all depends. You know, it depends on what color I'm thinking of. It depends on the theme, and it takes me a minute. It takes a minute to figure out. Am I going to wear this? Do I want to this? I have like 50,000 things in my cart before I make that decision.
And ladies and gentlemen, Dura, she knows how to cook. She knows how to cook a banging macaroni and cheese meal. Like her macaroni and cheese is banging. You know what I'm saying? It's on point. Her string beans and mac and cheese are banging. I got a request though.
Yes.
But for especially when I attend an ECE event, can you bring like some meatballs, like some barbecue meatballs?
I'm good at them too.
Turkey.
I got you.
I don't eat pork.
That I had turkey there. You didn't get none of my turkey.
I don't. It's a long story. I don't eat that type of turkey.
What's wrong with that type of turkey? I was curious to know.
The turkey was too thick.
Too thick. Okay.
The only thing Yes, I like thick cornbread, thick women, but I don't like thick turkey.
I got you.
But the mac and cheese was banging. Like, you get an A+.
And I had greens. You get some of my greens?
I said greens.
You said green beans.
Green beans, same difference. So listen. This is my trinity, my holy trinity at a party: macaroni and cheese, greens, and turkey, barbecue turkey, meatballs.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna get fat if you cook those three. I'm gonna get fat. I'm not even gonna play. I'm gonna just eat the whole night away. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, the macaroni and cheese is banging. Who taught y'all to cook, or did you cook yourself?
No, grandmother taught me how to cook. I've been cooking since I was like 12.
So she got the southern cooking touch. You know what I'm saying? That southern cooking touch. So what is your excuse me? That is not a Rona cough. You know, I'm Gucci. So what is your signature event for ECE?
Well, my signature event for ECE is usually my birthday, which is in March. Aries party, Team Aries. We won't be having one this year because I am waiting till next year because I'll be 50. So that'll be my 50th birthday party. Our Christmas party. Go ahead.
She got that golden pussy. You know, that's her golden birthday, the golden birthday. But it feels like it's platinum. And don't ask me how I know. Ow.
You so silly. Anyway, our Christmas party, our ECE Christmas party is another big one for us. We haven't really been throwing parties for the last couple of years. We refused to throw parties during the pandemic, so we just threw our first party in August. We had a luau, and then we just had our Christmas party.
At her Christmas party that just passed, she had Terminator security guards. You know what I'm saying? She had security guards. They like the damn Terminator. Are they a part of the LS, or you outsourced them?
I outsourced them. I decided that I wanted to have security that wasn't part of the LS, because then I know they'll take their job a little bit more serious.
Yes, I was like, she's not playing with this security. Listen, I was like, they were serious business. I was like, they were not playing at all. So why do you think it's important for an LS event to have security? Because me personally, I'm at an LS party, at a swing party, and for those who don't know what LS means lifestyle, swing lifestyle. So when I'm in an LS party, I'm there to pop pussy. I'm not there to pop pistols. And with that said, why do you think that you need security?
I feel like you need security just, for your guests to feel safe, feel a little bit more safe. And then, just to make sure people's not trying to, get over, trying to sneak in the party, just basically for everybody to feel safe, there's no sneaking, everybody else paid to attend our events. Everybody should pay to attend the events.
Listen, when I was at your event, I felt like a celebrity. Your atmosphere was like, are you wavy? You must be wavy. What you been telling them?
We've been waiting on you to come.
I came in more ways than one.
I hope.
But how did they know it was me? What did you tell them?
They know. Who don't know who Wavy is?
Okay.
In the LS.
Oh shit! Okay, making me feel like a celebrity.
Yeah, you important.
Oh, say that again.
You important.
I'm important.
You're important. When you come to a party, we're happy to have you here. We're lucky to have you.
Yes, thank. I appreciate it because I love how y'all give out gift bags. Bags. That was dope. How the first 100 people, you give out gift bags, and also y'all sold out. Y'all had and what crazy is that I'm glad I was at the quiet part of the hotel. My room was at the quiet part because motherfuckers didn't go to bed. Like I checked out that Sunday and they were still up.
Yes, that second floor. But you was on that second floor was.
Yeah, I was on the second floor.
You was on second floor?
Yeah, but I was all the way down.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, they partied. because that hotel gave them a lot more freedom than they used to. So they was taking advantage of that.
So was that your first time partying at the hotel?
That was my very first one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I remember you threw a party in New Orleans. Did you throw a party in New Orleans?
We didn't throw a party in New Orleans. We have a travel squad. So we have a group of us who travel to different places once a year.
Because I know y'all went to Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah, we went to Myrtle Beach last year.
Was that bike week, Memorial Day week?
No, we didn't go on bike week. We went in was it August? We went in August, I believe. I can't remember. And it's a few of us who don't mind traveling, and we get together and we just go to a different place. This time it'll be Virginia Beach. This year it'll be Virginia Beach.
And you consider them people your tribe?
That's my travel squad. Mm-hmm.
That's your travel squad, but do you consider them your tribe?
I do.
Oh, okay, so tell people, how do you, because it's a lot of people in the lifestyle and people feel like, there's a lot of cliques going on. Mm-hmm. How did you find your tribe?
As far as finding my tribe, well, see, where I started from Yahoo groups. So a lot of the people that's with me have been with me since Yahoo groups. I used to be on Tag. I go as far as Black Planet. So that's how I found my tribe, because before I even did hotel parties, we used to do suites and adjoining rooms. And then it got bigger, and that's how we end up being like in banquet halls and everything. And I've been doing this 11 going on 12 years in March, and the same people still come to my parties.
So how long have you been in the lifestyle, in the LS?
I've been in the lifestyle for 14 years.
Okay. So did you come as a couple or as a single woman?
A single female.
Have you ever been in a relationship?
I have.
Okay, so what's the difference between being a single woman and being in a relationship in the lifestyle?
It's different. I feel like as a single female, I felt like I had a lot more fun as a single female. As a couple, if that person is not in the lifestyle like you are, or if they're not part of it, it can be challenging. I usually mess with, dated people that actually wasn't in the lifestyle. So it can be challenging. Plus, my group, my parties is important to me, and I wanted them to be just as important to them as it is to me.
Did you start ECE by yourself?
I did.
Okay, so how did you take on partners later on?
Well, my co-host, which is Hollywood Wood Punisher, he used to come to my parties, and he used to, always had ideas. He always was a hype man. So I said, you know what? Let's do this together. So he became one of the admins and one of the co-hosts. And then Moret Jackson, his fiance, she always had her ideas and her creativity, and then she became one of the co-hosts. And then I got Victoria Jackson. She's like my event coordinator. She hates that name, but she'll be all right. She's a good decorator, so I tell her what I want to do, what theme, and she just makes my vision come true.
So what made you throw your first party? Wait, first of all, did you come in the lifestyle as an event, as a host, or somebody who just wanted to fuck? Like, which one was it?
I didn't come in as a host. No, I didn't just say, ooh, I want to throw parties. No, I came in the lifestyle as a single female, and I attended clubs and hotel parties, suites. That's
So how did you come across the lifestyle?
A coworker.
I want you to tell that story from start to finish.
I will. So I had a coworker. I always did home. I always was did home care. And she was like, Dura, I went to a club and they having sex at a club. I never heard of the lifestyle. I never heard of this, swinger clubs. I never heard of any of that. So she was like, you have to go. They was having sex at a club. So she gave me the information, and then I have, my friends, they're very open-minded, bisexual, and I said, my coworker told me about this club, and we was all together drinking, and then we got online and we got us some memberships. So we went to Princeton here in Columbus.
Club Princeton, yes. With the Club Princeton here in Columbus. And we walked in and they gave us a tour and people was fucking and we seen threesomes and sixsomes, like, okay. That was new to me. When I went, it was an experience. I wasn't as open-minded as I am today, because couples was at me, and one of the couples, the husband kissed me on my cheek. Oh, I had a fit. They had to calm me down, and I had to go home and kind of get myself together. And I had to look at it. I just walked in their environment, their atmosphere. It was cool. And so I went back, and I was more open-minded because I know more what's going on here. And then ever since then, you hit the ground running.
I was gone.
So what made you open-minded?
What made me open-minded? I consider myself, I already was.
No.
Open-minded.
Wait. Let me back up. Why you thought that you were closed-minded?
Because I never experienced someone, just a stranger, their wife is right there and they're flirting with me and they're kissing me, and I didn't know that goes on. I wasn't used to that. So that's what makes me feel like I was closed-minded in reference to that, because this is a whole different world and I didn't know much about it.
So how did you slowly but surely, spread your wings in the lifestyle? Like, I could really fuck with this. How did you loosen your panties?
I loosened my panties.
The Ray don't wear draws. So how did you tighten up that kitten? Loosen up that kitten after it was tight?
I just kept going, and then I got more and more comfortable. I already had, and then I started drawing myself or being invited into those rooms, and I just started going to those rooms. I had my first threesome in my life.
What was it? Male, female, male, or female, male, male? Female, male, female.
Two males.
Oh, it was two dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's tell that story from start to finish.
You know what?
Listen. On this show,
I know
we fuck raw. We do not fuck.
I see. I understand.
We fuck raw. Anyway, keep going.
I was at Princeton. I was in the lounge area at Princeton, socializing with my girlfriend. She ended up going back into the rooms with a guy that she met in there. And then it was two guys. They came and sat next to me. We had a conversation. And next thing I know, they held my hand and drawed me into one of those rooms. And then we did what we did in those rooms. My first.
You making my dick soft. You know why? Because it's not that damn easy. They must have done something.
They didn't do nothing. They laid me on the bed and they.
No. Before then, how did y'all get?
It was just we were just conversating, and then next thing I know, one grabbed my hand, the other one grabbed my hand, and then we went into the back room.
So just like that, there was no. It was something. Okay. What was it about them that made you wanted to fuck them?
Well, I always wanted to experience two men, and they were gentlemen. They, they wasn't too thirsty. They wasn't too pushy. And they asked me that I wanted to go back there, and they grabbed my hand, and we went back there.
The reason why I asked that question is because I want like people, well, particularly my male listeners, to realize that it's all about your gift for gab. It's all about your mouthpiece. So the reason why I asked, it can't be that damn simple, because a lot of dudes, they come to LS parties thinking that they're gonna get pussy off the rip. So that's why I wanted you to expand on that interaction, so they could realize that you're not gonna get pussy automatically. Even if you're a nice looking dude, like you still gotta put a little bit of work in. You know, you still gotta give them that conversation. You gotta fuck her mind first and make that brain wet first. Before
that is correct. That's correct.
Because you could talk yourself out of pussy
all the time.
That's why I wanted you to further explain. Like you just didn't see them, they saw you, and then y'all just went to the back.
No, not at all. Not at all. We compensated for a minute.
Okay. Okay. So how was that experience? Like, did you don't have to, well, fuck it. We fuck it. Did you suck their dick and then the dude was hitting from the back? How did y'all do this?
Now, hold on. Now I gotta remember that.
Okay.
That's been a minute. Yeah, let's forget that, because that's
okay. I'm gonna let you slide.
I don't remember how it all, every position I was at, but it was a good time. Put it that way. I had a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know that you've been a lifestyle vet when you don't remember certain shit. It's like everything is like a book. Everything runs together. You know everything runs together.
It does.
So that situation turned you out.
It did.
Oh, okay. So when was that point where you was like, I want to start my own shit, my own group? And how did you come up with the name?
Well, what made me start my own is because, like I said, I went to I basically was in the interracial scene, and it was cool. Everybody parties, but I didn't see many people like me as far as black females, and and they always show us love when we came, when I bring my girlfriends with me. But I just searched out. I know it's women like me and my friends out here that enjoys the lifestyle. So I started researching the lifestyle. I researched the terminologies as far as, I read a lot about how parties was thrown. I learned you can't say pay, you got to say door donation.
Wait. I'm glad you said that. Because I try to tell these motherfuckers that if you say paid,
yes,
that makes it seem like it's prostitution.
Exactly. You cannot use that word.
Yes, you cannot use paid. You cannot use fee.
That's right.
Pay, donation.
Yes, because that's what it is. It's a door donation to cover the venue, the DJ, the food.
The DJ.
You have to be careful with that. And you can tell a lot of people don't know that from the way they advertise their events.
Listen, this dude, he means well, but this dude tried to debate me, talking about, what people do behind closed doors is their business. But I'm like, yo, if you're advertising, it's damn near like a damn brothel. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So you can't.
That's correct.
It gives the impression that you're paying for sex.
Yes, it.
That is correct. It's the wording, because a technicality is a difference between freedom and being locked up behind bars and getting
exactly. I don't want to be known as nobody's madam.
Yes, I try to. These motherfuckers are hard headed. You can't teach motherfuckers nothing. They're not like, well, my homie is a paralegal and this, that, and the third. He tell me this. I'm like, dude, you act like he's a lawyer. Like paralegal, they just freaking hype men. You know what I'm saying? People don't know the laws themselves. Like there's people. I'm in the book industry. People been in the book industry for years, as they still don't know shit. So just because you're in a certain arena, that doesn't mean that you know everything.
That you know.
Keep going.
So that's what I did a lot of research. I didn't just go out and just I'm gonna throw a party and just start, making a group. And I did a lot of research about the lifestyle and throwing events and everything. So what I did was I decided I'm ready because I had Yahoo group, I had Tag, I had Black Planet, and people were joining, and I would have a lot of lifestyle information. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna throw a party. Now I end up getting a suite. I ended up getting 2 suites, and I'm new to this. So people came. I had like 15 people come to the suite. I didn't even need the second suite. I ain't that big, but I got it because I didn't know. And then I started throwing group play. Mine was more like, group play parties. And then people started coming, then word of mouth, and then more and more members started joining my Yahoo group, and I would get the suites, and then I emailed them the information, and people start coming. And I always had never had too many men, versus the women. And other than that, then we started getting it bigger. I started getting adjoining rooms at hotels, and we have more group play parties, and it just started getting bigger.
So they was coming in more ways than one.
All the time.
And tell people what's group play.
Basically, it'd be a group of us, and it'd be multiple of us on the beds. It could be like 4 or 5 people on each bed. Now we just go down. That's how we started. That's where ECE come from. It went down.
So what was your wildest party?
Ooh, they all was wild.
Pick one that automatically pops up.
The wildest party, I think, it's been years ago. Basically, when we had like 6 people on each bed, getting it in. I can't remember the theme. I really can't, because I have a theme even at play parties, but I cannot remember the theme. Now we had pictures. See, I know people don't like pictures, but we had pictures because it was only on our Yahoo group.
Wait. You got to send me them pictures of you.
That's me.
Well, send me the whole thing. Send me I want to see that.
Now, I'm not see you picture. I ain't gonna give you everybody's business. Just private. You the secret society.
Well, send me yours then. Like I didn't see you naked before. Like really? Like,
Yeah, true.
like come on now. Like
No, but
Dura is acting brand new now. She's acting.
no, I am not.
She's acting real brand new. It's
No,
like,
I'm not.
Dura is acting like that person who who just bought their sneakers and they want pigeon toed. Like they don't want the front of the sneakers to get dirty and scrunched up. You know what I'm saying?
If you really know me, they would know how I got down those.
Nah, the red is like, buying your Timberlands or your Uggs, and then you feel like you gotta throw them away because they got like a damn stain on it. And a little crease. So the minute her boots get like a crease, now she want to throw them bitches away and get another pair. It's like listen. I want the exclusive. Inbox me your parts.
Okay. I got you.
Do you still have them around somewhere?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't, Wood got them for sure. He got all our parties.
But I want you to send me something.
Okay.
Yes, I want you to. I want you to send how you was getting down back in the day.
Back in the day.
So did you have a flop though? It's like, what was your first party? Was it like you advertised it and people didn't come? It's like, did you ever have a flop?
I never really had a flop as far as a party. I would say I had a meet and greet that way, but not an actual party. Never.
So how did you promote your? Well, you built a name for yourself and people knew you already, which is why you never had flops. Is that true?
Yeah, because they know, we throw good parties. They know they're gonna have a good time.
Okay. So how do you deal with, drama at your parties and events? Because, you're dealing with many personalities and everybody's not meant to coexist.
That's true.
So what was like a party that you had to kick somebody out?
haven't had many parties where it's like a whole lot of drama. You got to remember, we're a lot more. Our group is a little bit more older. You know, we're like 35 and up. They have a few that may be 30 and under. I haven't had much drama. What I actually have put people out is violating the privacy, you know, of who attended. You know, telling somebody they was there, whether it's a co-worker, a friend. I'm very big on discretion. And that's the only time I really ever put somebody out. I've had maybe one incident where somebody got into a fight, but it was somebody from the outside coming to handle an issue with somebody at the party.
Yeah, listen, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I come to parties to pop pussy.
That's it.
And I don't get it. It's like, what's the point of coming to an LS party just to pop shit? But you have a lot of dudes, you know, they not about that life. They're not about that life on the street. So they figure, well, when I'm in the lifestyle, I could live out my gangster fantasies. And since I really don't have to lose much, and you know, a lot of these dudes are working class men, I could try to, you know, bully my way into the lifestyle or show how tough I am. But they're quiet as a church mouse when they're around gorillas. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to be a soldier when there's no war. You understand me? But I was surprised that Ohio had a good LS scene, had a good lifestyle scene. I was like, whoa, I didn't know y'all got it in the cornfields. You know,
a lot there. See, exactly what you just said. Because that is how everybody looked at Ohio. You get what I'm saying? Because we put Ohio as far as the black lifestyle scene. We put Ohio, ECE put Ohio on the map because we started. It took me a long time to come to Facebook. I didn't go to Facebook for a minute. You know, I was like, oh, that's too much promoting and everything. They had to talk me into coming to Facebook. So once we got into groups, LS groups, we started sharing our party pics. And everybody was just amazed. I cannot believe this is going down in Ohio. They never looked at Ohio as we swinging around here.
Okay, so dude, I know other Ohio, well, not even Ohio. It seems like everything is in Columbus. It's like everything is. I know Columbus is the capital, but it seems like Ohio. But it seems like all the groups are in Columbus, and people
in Cincinnati.
Well, I just know, you know, Henny, she's doing her thing in Cincinnati.
Yes, she's in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm.
I just know about the Creep Squad and Henny B's.
Oh yeah, well, Creep Squad is Cincinnati. It's Cincinnati. Some of them live here.
Yeah, some of them live in Columbus. Mm-hmm. Anyway, keep going.
I mean, you the one was asking. Let me see.
No, I'm saying that, you know, it seems like all the popping groups, with the exception of Henny's group, are in Columbus.
Yeah, but this is where it started. When it came to Ohio, as far as the type of parties that we throw, it started here in Columbus. And then everybody, you know, different people start having their own groups, you know, after that.
Yeah, I went to Freak Fest. Freak Fest a little bit too hood for me. You know, there was too many dudes.
Yeah, Freak Fest, they had Freak Fest as long. They did it a little bit after I started my events. It was big, don't get me wrong, but I've always looked at that more of a freak.
Yeah, it's like a turn-up group.
I look at it as SLS.
Yeah, it's not an LS group. That's like a turn-up group.
Yes, that's it.
So
I don't do those. I try to support everybody I can. So I support it, don't get me wrong, but that's a freak group.
So how did you get cool with Club Meet for More out of Chicago?
Club Meet for More. I actually used to attend a a house party here. A couple had a beautiful home, and they would throw parties, real classy professional people attended. And they told me, somebody there told me about Me for More. Then one of my members is from Chicago. And she said, you have to go to Me for More. It's like 400, but swingers there, you know what I'm saying? And they getting it in. So me and Wood, we talked about it, and then it was a few of us, and we decided, let's go. We keep hearing about Me for More. Let's go to Me for More. And then we got together. We reached out to Richard Long and Annie Lee and figured out what all we had to do. And next thing you know, we was at Me for More for Mardi Gras every year, and we was at the Freakaween every year. We would get on that road because we had a ball. When Ohio came to Me for More, loved us.
Yeah, so I see, y'all got the Midwest movement going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I like how y'all have that sense of unity. Not to say everything is peaches and cream.
That's right.
But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Everybody collaborate. Well, not even collaborate. Everybody support each other,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how was it like being in a couple? It's like, do you feel like you couldn't, not necessarily as free, but you would move differently from when you were a single? Like, you're not only you got to hold yourself responsible, but you got to hold the relationship. You got to look out for yourself and the relationship.
Right.
It's not all about me. It's about we. It's not
Correct.
about I. It's about us. It's not about mine. It's about ours.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you move differently as opposed to a single woman when you were in a relationship?
I didn't, when the couple part, I didn't play with many men like I usually did when I was because didn't want no men touching me, and wanted to make sure are you cool? I'm trying to make sure my party cool. I'm trying to make sure you cool, because people flirt with me and touch me, and it was work. It was work. And it just, I don't know if I'm meant to be in a couple in the dance.
So did you take a break after the breakup?
No, I still throw my events. I just wasn't as active as I once was.
So
Why?
Did people treat you differently once you got in a relationship? Like, oh, I can't play with Dura or
Right. They started feeling, she used to play, she used to be a beast, she used to do this, and then she's in a relationship, she don't do none of that. But you know what, to be honest with you, that's not, the relationship didn't have all that, it wasn't only just a relationship, it was just the vibe of people. More and more people started coming, and my comfortability as far as the playing, group play kind of changed, because I don't know if I can trust everybody in here, not to be telling my business or telling the business of the people that is in the room and what took place.
And you know what? A lot of people give the newbies flack for not wanting to play off the rip. But I say this, like, I give the newbies credit because it's a gift and a curse of wanting to play at LS parties. It's a gift because you're participating and breaking the ice.
Even walking
It's a curse because you don't know if this dude's a fuck boy or this chick.
Exactly.
She's scandalous. So sometimes you gotta watch how people move, because the LS has been so commercialized that even if you find somebody attractive, you want to see how they move and how they interact, and you want to do
absolutely.
Do a little bit of research, because you don't want to give up the goods to somebody who ain't shit.
Exactly. That's true. And then you don't want people to feel like it's pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's not no pressure. You don't have to play. You can come in here and see if this is for you. You don't have to. I don't feel like you have to play at a party, or should you be pressured to play if that's not what you want to do. To me. That's just me.
So how prominent is stealthing in a lifestyle? Like dudes try to like take off the condom when they try to fuck you. Is that like a common thing, or that's just like a one in the blue?
As far as when I actually had play parties, group play, we had people who monitor. You know, you wasn't going to just. We had condom patrol, is what I call it. You know, condoms are provided. We had condom patrol. You just stop you right in your tracks. And people was right there watching just for that. And when we did the pictures of that, you would see the condoms on and you know everything. But like I said, those was on the show in Yahoo group back then.
So do you have male groupies?
Male groupies?
Yeah. How do you know if a male is a groupie? Like, oh, Dura, I've been wanting to play with you. What turns you off? Like even if you're attracted to somebody, what is a turn off?
Being too pushy. You know, just like begging, you know, you have to mentally, even in the lifestyle, to me, you have to mentally stimulate me before, that's the only way my body gonna move. You know, just don't be pushy, don't drop dick pictures in my inbox. Those type of things turns me off.
So
and don't think because you came to my party, I owe you anything. I owe you nothing.
So was there ever a time where you and this dude or this chick was inboxing and then y'all met at a party and they felt like that y'all should get it in from the gate, off the rip, from jump?
Yes, I've been through that.
So how do you handle that? If just because y'all had a conversation in the inbox and the DMs that they owe you something.
You know me, this is how I look at it.
Or you owe them something rather.
Oh, you nothing. Me, I'm more of I choose you, you don't choose me. You know, if I'm gonna play with you, I'm gonna play with you. I don't just because you've been inboxing me and shooting your shit doesn't mean I have to play with you.
Mm-hmm. So was there instance where you were turned off before you was about to get it in?
Turned off by the individual before I would actually, if you just being too thirsty or all over the place, that's a turn off to me.
And what's the name of your group? ECE, because I'm not good with acronyms.
ECE, Exclusive Club Extasy.
Well, you gotta tell the people the a lot of people think being an admin is glamorous. Y'all got this social status. Y'all make all this money. Blase. But tell them about me personally. I don't have the temperament to babysit grown people. You know what I'm saying? Adult kids. So tell them about event planning or tell them about the importance of having a team. Because you wasn't working. Like when I asked you the question, you was like ask them. you delegate, you know. So tell them about how to run a group. Like
let me back up when it comes to that. I'm one of them hosts. I am a working host. You see what I'm saying? I'm all over the place. Oh, is that where is this? Is that on the table? Where is that? You know, I do a lot of freaking out. So I decided to add more people to this because basically our team always has been me, Wood, and Moet. I started adding more people, or more people started asking, can they help? Oh no, you go party. No, you ain't gotta help me. And everybody started saying, Dura, you have to let people help because you're not enjoying the parties because you're too busy trying to do it all. So when I say go ask them, because now that's something they're doing. They're taking care of that part of it. Because I finally kind of let other people do it instead of me always having my hands in it. Far as hosting a party, I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for ECE and what I do. These parties are not for me to make money. I work a good job. You know what I'm saying? I work every day. Anybody tell you I do 10-hour shifts. This is a recreation for me. I try to find a venue that the rooms are not an arm and a leg. I negotiate, with the hotel. I try to keep
because that weekend that I saw you promote was like for 2 days. It was like $150.
That's it, $152
for the room.
Yeah. I try to do that. I keep the door donation reasonable. It all depends on what I have to pay for the venue, what we got to pay for the food, what I got to pay for the decorations, whatever. That's how I figure out what to charge for the door. And then, like I said, we all work together to figure out what the theme is going to be. We work together, but that's how I do my events.
Okay, so talk about the business part of it. It's like when you approach a hotel, do you approach the regional manager, the manager, and how do y'all negotiate with the contracts? Like tell people the process. The manager. I speak to them at the hotel, and I'm up front of what type of party that I would like to throw. Now, I'm big on, I know that, you can get hotels that may allow nudity. Me, I don't just look at just a guest coming to my parties. I still want the hotel to be good too, because at the end of the day, when we leave here, this hotel still has to run. So I don't allow nudity. I want you to cover up if your outfit is too revealing on the first floor, going down the hallways, because anybody can walk in that hotel, and what kind of hotel they throwing? What kind of business is this? So I'm the front desk don't need to see your titties, and if you got to conduct business at the front desk, but I talk to them, I tell them what type of party, and I see what's allowed or what's not going to be allowed, and I promote it. So was there a hotel manager who was like, hell no, y'all not throwing that shit at my place? Like, did you get those? I
haven't came across that yet. I know that's coming, but I haven't came across it yet.
So why you think they're so, like, what's that word? Not accommodating, but they so, what's that word? Welcoming. Yeah, why do you think they're so welcoming of LS parties?
Some are, a lot of them are not. Some are,
so
especially in Ohio.
So did you have to like convince them, like cajole them that, you can make a lot of money from me booking all these rooms,
I have done that. And then I let them know, because even though I'm throwing a lifestyle party, when you walk into the banquet hall, to me, it's just like a regular party, because I like dress up parties. I like themes. I like you to get suited and booted, because you don't get to do that every day, especially if you work and all of that. So when you walk into our banquet hall, now don't get me wrong, we done got down in the banquet halls too. We done had dick sucking contests, pussy eating contests, but that all depends on what hotel allowed us to do that, and the door was shut.
So how do you convince the managers? They may be been on the fence, but how do you convince them that they should host this party? Like, was there ever a time where you had to change minds?
Because I just let them know how we're going to do it. There's not going to be any nudity. Nobody's going to exchange money. Like, I don't do exchanging money at, outside the banquet hall. That's why I try to stress, and it happens, don't get me wrong, there's money's been exchanged, but I try to stress paying before I come to my room and pay, because I feel like when money's exchanged and you're saying it's a lifestyle, it feels like they're going to look at it like prostitution. So what I do is, I don't like the money exchange, and then tell them it's just like a regular party. All the playing and fucking is in the rooms, and then they kind of go for it.
Okay, it's like you don't have to go like deep into and like talk about particulars of the contract, But is it easy to break a contract? Like, let's say you need to move a date. Is it easy to, break a contract with a hotel?
It is. It depends if the availability is there, because if another group, not necessarily LS, but if another group is scheduled to come, it can be conflicting, because they check the dates of what's available. Do they have 100 rooms or for that date? And then if I have to change it, they may not have 100 rooms on the date that I need.
Because it's hard for people to break contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They can't break once you book that date and say you're gonna sell X amount of rooms. You can't break contracts. So that's why I asked, was there an instance where you had to break a contract because you had to push the date back?
Only time I really ever have to push a date back is for our Swing Fest in Memphis, because it's out of our control, COVID. But as far as here in Columbus, no, we haven't had any issues with that.
And I'm glad you brought up Swing Fest in Memphis. Let's talk about that. So how did you get together with 3 femme fatales? Well, 2 other femme fatales is Dura, ECE, representing ECE, and you got Asia Brown, representing About That Life, Dallas. And then you got Queen, representing ATL, shout it. So how did y'all come together as women, as group owners, to come up with a Swing Fest? And why Memphis?
Well, the way we all came together, we were all admins of a big group called the Lifestyle Scene. And the way the Lifestyle Scene was made up, it was made up of, they wanted admins from different regions. So Queen in Atlanta, she represent Atlanta, her region. Then you have Queen Asia from Dallas. She represent Texas, and I represented the Midwest. So as we are chatting, because we all had an admin chat, as we're chatting, we decided, why don't we all collab together? Because we all been in the lifestyle for years, you know what I'm saying? And let's come together and put together a Swing Fest. We came up with the name. We got on the phone and had like a meeting, and that's how we came up with Swing Fest. And then we decided, let's try a Swing Fest with all of us together. And so this is my first collab. I've never collabed with anybody, but I enjoy working with these ladies. Memphis. The reason why we chose Memphis, because Memphis is in the middle of Atlanta, Texas, and Ohio. So that's why we came up with Memphis.
So how do y'all make sure that nobody step on each other's toes during this collaboration? And especially when egos get involved.
Right. So the way we do it is, if people state what state they're in, then if it's the Midwest, we tag each other. Tag each other's name and let that person know that Dura is your host, or I let them know Queen is their host, or I let them know Asia is their host. And that's how we work that.
So what's the date for Swing Fest 2022?
Swing Fest 2022 is July 22nd to the 25th, a 3-day event.
And you got the option to pick 2 days.
You have an option to pick 2 days, because everybody can't get off work for 3 days. So we have a 2-day package and we have a 3-day package.
So tell them where they could find the information, or they could just hit you up.
Well, you said, how can they find the information for Swing Fest?
Yeah, for Swing Fest.
You can see it on our page. You can go to, I can give my website, but you can contact one of us and we can put you on our Swing Fest group. We have a group of about 10,000 people.
Yeah,
10,000 people ain't coming, but
Yeah, you got like 1 million Facebook pages. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but they'll find me. Everybody always find me.
Well, is there like a page for each of your personalities?
Yes, it is. That's what they say. No, the reason why is because I can, I've been doing this a minute, so I cap out at 5 5,000 friends on one page and 5,000 on another. Then I have to create another one. And then I have one for just my family and friends. So, you know, nobody from the LS, or unless you've been on me for a long, long time, is on that page.
Okay. So they will have to hit you up because you don't want to give out the you know, just to give out the hotel information willy-nilly. They will have to contact you.
Yeah, you want to contact one of the hosts to get the information. Because we don't just put hotel information. I don't do that here. I don't just believe in putting out hotel information.
And once again, Swing Fest 2022 is going to be in Memphis, M-Town, in this bitch, Tennessee. And you can holler at Dura, representing Ohio. You could hit up Asia Brown, representing Texas, Dallas, Texas. Or you could hit up Queen. You know, she representing the Secret Experience out of Atlanta. You know, the Peach, the Georgia Peach. I interviewed her as well. I got to get Asia, but I'm going to interview her after Swing Fest. So we could do a little bit of recap. So do you play at your events?
I do. After all the work is done, I do.
Just checking, you know what I'm saying, making sure, you know, boss lady get it in. You know what I'm saying? So do you, how do you vet newbies?
When it comes to vetting newbies, for me, I don't have a class like some people do. What I started is I have a chat just for newbies. So before they come to my events, it's me and the newbies. And then I have, you know, our co-hosts Wood and Moet in the chat. And then that gives them the opportunity. I explain to them about ECE, how we started, what type of group we are, and then they ask all their questions. They have questions about the events, or they have questions about the lifestyle. They can say all that in the chat. Because, you know, sometimes they're not comfortable asking questions and in the chat with everybody else. I still keep them in the chat with everybody else. But we have a chat just for the newbies.
So you said, correct me if I'm wrong, you said you don't see yourself in a relationship, right?
I don't know if it works for me, from my experience in the life. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying not being one. I'm just saying I don't know, because it just didn't work out.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Would you fall back for like at least a year from the lifestyle to work on your foundation if you come across somebody who tickles your fancy? If you want to build something special with this person, would you fall back a bit?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to make sure, because some people, they're like,
this is my life, I'm gonna do what I want. No, that's not me.
Okay, so what you see yourself in 5 years? Do you see yourself still hosting parties, or you see yourself falling back? You in this for the long haul? Is the lifestyle is recreation, but do you see yourself falling back from parties and just playing a background? What's in the cards for Dura?
5 years. I'm hoping to be moved to Texas. That's where I want to move to.
Oh, it seems like everybody moving to Dallas or Atlanta. So is it Houston or Dallas?
Dallas is where I'm looking at, but I'm not gonna say Houston ain't on the table. But I don't know.
Don't say Houston, because we packed, we're full.
We're full.
Like people in the
But no, that's I want to move down south, and Texas seems to be somewhere that I'm considering to go.
Okay, so take us away, leave the acronym, the ECE, and talk about your events, the name of your Super Bowl events, your flagship events, and just you know, take us away.
All right, so ECE Exclusive Club Extasy, Columbus, Ohio, and Swing Fest 2022 in Memphis, Tennessee, July 22nd to the 25th. Complete hotel takeover. And we also have an event coming up this year of Denim and Dazzle, Virgo Bash here in Columbus, and also a hotel takeover.
And when is that?
That is going to be September 2nd to the 4th.
Is that going to be at the same spot, or y'all picking a new spot?
I'm picking a new. I got plans to pick a new spot. I can go there, but I'm picking something else. I got something else in mind because I'm adding BDSM to my events.
Oh, let's talk. So, what do you think about the mixing of BDSM with swinging?
You know, I like it, and it's a need. It's a need. People are starting to need that at the swinger event.
Why is it need?
I don't know, because I started seeing people start asking, is there going to be the flogging? Is it going to be in this? I'm like, people, they need that now. I had the opportunity to actually see it at Me For More. I'd never seen it before till I went to Me For More. And I was just intrigued by it. I stayed in that room. So
yeah, because Urban Kingster is in Cincinnati. So
I know. That's who's going to be doing mine in September.
Okay. So you have the September event and you have the December event.
Yep, the Christmas party. That's going to be hosted. Now it's an ECE event, but that will be hosted by Wood and Moet. They want me to take a break and they want me to enjoy my Christmas party. So they're going to host that.
Okay, boss lady needs to take a break. Okay, I respect that. So
yeah.
Good. Everything peaches and cream?
Yeah. We ready. We getting everything together.
And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Not Sun, baby. Check out my website at www.notsunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, Fuck. Yes, you heard right. Fuck, F-U-C-K. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up with any questions or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. Dig. And on that note, until next time, peace. You know. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad.